This is Denmark, a small country in Northern Europe that has achieved something many larger nations have struggled to create. It does not have the largest economy in the world, enormous natural resources, or global influence based on military power. Yet Denmark consistently appears among the happiest and most successful societies on Earth. Behind its reputation is not simply a comfortable lifestyle or beautiful cities. The real story is about how an entire country was built around trust, stability, innovation, and the idea that the purpose of a state is not only to create wealth, but also to improve the lives of the people living inside it. Denmark is one of the clearest examples of the Scandinavian model, a system built around strong institutions, social security, competitive markets, and cooperation between citizens, businesses, and the government. Unlike countries that became powerful through natural resources, huge populations, or military influence, Denmark created its advantage through organization and long-term planning. Its success comes from decades of decisions focused on reliable institutions, education, innovation, and creating a society where different parts work together instead of against each other. One of the biggest foundations of Danish society is trust. In social science, this is often described as social capital, the ability of citizens, institutions, and businesses to cooperate effectively. In many countries, governments are viewed as distant organizations that people avoid or distrust. Denmark developed a different relationship between citizens and the state. Many Danes believe that public systems generally work for the benefit of society. This does not mean the government is perfect, but there is a widespread belief that cooperation creates better results than constant conflict. Because of this trust, businesses operate more efficiently, citizens follow rules more willingly, and long-term decisions receive stronger support. This social trust also allows Denmark to focus on long-term challenges instead of only solving immediate problems. Investments in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and environmental technologies are often designed with future generations in mind. The idea is simple. A successful country should not only respond to problems when they appear, but create systems that prevent future difficulties. But Denmark's success is not only about institutions, it is also about the way people experience everyday life. The country pays enormous attention to urban planning and the design of public spaces. While many cities around the world expanded around cars and traffic, Danish cities developed around human needs. Streets, transportation systems, neighborhoods, and public areas are designed to make life more convenient, healthier, and more connected. Copenhagen represents this philosophy better than almost any other city. Its development follows the principles of human-centered urbanism, strongly influenced by the ideas of Danish architect Jan Gehl. Instead of designing cities only around vehicles and speed, Copenhagen focuses on creating places where people can walk, cycle, interact, and build stronger communities. The city's famous cycling infrastructure is not just about bicycles. It is part of a larger strategy to create a healthier and more efficient urban environment. This approach shows that happiness is not created only through income or economic growth. The environment people live in has a major influence on their daily lives. Parks, public spaces, transportation, and neighborhoods all shape how people communicate and experience their communities. This connection between quality of life and the surrounding environment is one of the reasons Denmark consistently ranks among the happiest countries in the world. Behind this lifestyle is a surprisingly powerful economy. Despite its small size, Denmark has created globally competitive industries in renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, shipping, technology, design, and advanced manufacturing. Instead of competing through mass production, the country focuses on specialized industries where knowledge, research, and technology create value. Cooperation between universities, companies, and researchers helps transform new ideas into real products, allowing Denmark to remain influential far beyond its size. A major part of Denmark's economic success is the flexi-security model, a system that combines a flexible labor market with strong social protection. Companies can adapt quickly when markets change, while workers receive support, education, and opportunities to develop new skills. If someone loses a job, the goal is not simply to provide temporary assistance, but to help them return to the workforce with stronger abilities. This creates a society where economic change is viewed as a challenge that can be managed, rather than a threat that must be feared. Education plays a major role in maintaining this system. Danish schools focus not only on memorizing information, but also on creativity, independence, and problem-solving. The country understands that future economic strength depends on people who can adapt to new technologies and changing industries. This connection between education and innovation helps Denmark remain competitive despite having a much smaller population than many global powers. Denmark has also transformed environmental challenges into economic opportunities. Long-term investments in renewable energy, especially wind power, helped create new industries and made sustainability a competitive advantage. Instead of seeing climate issues only as limitations, Denmark used them as motivation to develop new technologies and strengthen its economy. Healthcare and social services complete the Danish model. Citizens contribute through taxes, but in return they receive access to systems designed to reduce uncertainty in life. Healthcare, education, and social support create a safety net that allows people to plan for the future with more confidence. The cultural idea of hygge, often associated with comfort, connection, and well-being, reflects a broader Danish focus on creating a balanced and meaningful quality of life. However, Denmark is not a perfect country. High taxes, expensive housing, an aging population, and labor shortages create serious challenges. Maintaining such a successful system requires constant adaptation. Even strong countries cannot remain unchanged forever, and Denmark must continue balancing social stability with economic competitiveness. The future of Denmark depends on whether it can preserve the values that created its success while adapting to new realities. Trust must continue to exist, businesses must keep innovating, and cities must continue evolving. What makes Denmark unique is not that it created a perfect society. No country has achieved that. Its achievement is building a system where different parts strengthen each other. Strong institutions create trust. Trust creates cooperation. Cooperation allows businesses, cities, and communities to function more effectively. Denmark shows that the power of a nation is not measured only by its size, wealth, or political influence. Sometimes the greatest achievement is creating a society where people feel secure, where cities are designed for humans, and where citizens and government move in the same direction. This is why Denmark remains one of the happiest countries in the world, not because happiness appeared by chance, but because the country built the conditions where it could grow.